Let me fix our friend's attendance. So just take a look at your homework. So 1A, we had how many moles of oxygen are used, react with 4 moles of iron. I pulled that right from the equation. 1B, walking my way through all my steps. Question 2. Did that 27 moles of water. Question 3, going all the way through, getting 5 moles of oxygen. Question 4 was the first one I had to balance first before I could solve my questions. So I have my balancing, so rewriting my equation, balancing my equation. Then walking through my steps. Notice every once in a while for 3 and 5, I'll say done. Because remember, 3 is I want to take my given material, turn that into moles. If I already start off with moles, I don't have to convert it into moles. If my end product is moles, I don't have to convert it from moles to whatever I want it to be. I think 5, it gave you the balanced equation. Going for 64 moles of oxygen. Here's our equation for this. Let everything up. Now, on a test or quiz, do I expect you to outline each step like this exactly? No, but you should be walking through those steps. To help you see it, I put the number beside the 5 steps, right? Step 1, balance the equation. Step 2, identify what's given, identify what you want. If you have that in front of you, it's going to make your life so much easier. Step 3, take the given material, turn it into moles. Step 4, take your moles, your given moles, multiply that against the mole ratio. What's my mole ratio? I'm going back, I'm looking at my coefficients in my balanced equation. I cannot do my work without that balanced equation. It will not work. You gotta have it. Step 5, step 4 is going to give me my desired moles. Step 5, I'm just going to convert those moles into whatever I'm asked to convert them to. Step 7, that's another one we had to balance. So I have my balancing process. And lastly, my steps to convert it. All the way to needing 254 grams of iodine gas in order to react with 35 grams of aluminum. Now, in my rush to get us started on this, I totally breezed past the idea of mentioning what is stoichiometry. Now, it's not a question that you're going to have on the test, but you inquiring minds may want to know what in the bloody hell is stoichiometry. It's a quantitative relationship between our reactants and our products in a chemical reaction. Up to this point, we've been able to convert. I've been able to give you a amount of something, and you've been able to convert it to something else. I gave you grams, you were to convert it over to liters. You're able to convert it over to moles. You're able to convert it over to particles, or any of the other 4 options that I had. You've been able to do this so far. Only thing now is I'm combining a lot of these tools together into one thing. And I cannot stress this enough, but this table that you built will make or break your time. Given substance, desired wanted substance. How do I get from from one side to the other? The mole ratio. Without the mole ratio, without those coefficients, everything falls apart. Is there any question from the homework that you want to go back and revisit? Kind of go from step one, all the way to step 5. Nobody's got an option? I want to. I want to go all the way. I want to do question 4 from start to finish. So we can see the steps. So we can put them to practice. Because next class, you have a quiz on this. And because I have people who show up late all the time, it's going to be at the end of class. To ensure I get those people who have some small difficulties getting to class at 8:20. Question 4 required us to balance the equation first. So I have NaCl, I have salt, plus lead 2 iodine, yields lead 2 chloride, and sodium iodide. Now, whenever we balance the equation, we always start off underneath the arrow, writing down all the different items that are in my equation. I see sodium, I see chlorine, I see lead, I see iodine. And I always want to thought, when I start balancing my equation, I always want to start with something that does not match either side. Sodium matches either side. Chlorine doesn't. I have 1 over here, I have 2 over here. Lead does, iodine doesn't. We'll start with chlorine. Got 2 chlorines on my reactant side, on the product side, 1 on my reactant side. How do I fix this? Coefficient 2, where am I putting that coefficient 2 at? Am I putting it in front of the sodium? The salt, the lead 2 iodine, the lead 2 chloride, or the sodium iodide? Put it in front of salt. 2 times 1 chlorine now makes 2 chlorine. I changed the sodium, I changed the chlorine, I changed the sodium. I'll do the sodium next. 2 times 1 sodium gives me 2 sodium. Right now I have 1 sodium on the other side. How do I fix that? Coefficient 2 in front of the sodium iodine. 2 times 1 now gives me 2 iodines. I got 1 lead. I got 1 lead. I got 2 iodines. I got 2 times 1 iodine to give me 2 iodines. Couple coefficients, and I've balanced my equation. So, if I have excess amount of salt, remember, excess just means I have a whole bunch of it, right? I have more or less an endless supply of salt. How many moles of lead 2 iodide is needed to make 5 moles of sodium iodide? So my given is 5 moles sodium iodide. What I'm looking for is moles lead 2 iodide. Do I need to convert my moles into moles? Do I need to convert 5 moles of sodium iodine into moles of iodide, sodium iodide? No, right? Because it's already in moles. I could skip step 3, right? Does that make sense? If 1's my balanced equation, 2 is my identify my products, 3 is convert to moles, 4 is multiply by mole ratio, and 5 is to convert my desired moles into something else. Do I need to do step 3? No, it's already done. Step 3 is already done. It's already in moles. So step 4, 5 mole sodium iodide over my my mole ratio. How many moles of sodium iodide do I have in my balanced equation? How many moles of sodium iodide do I have? 2, right? Right there. My coefficient 2 in front of it. So that's 2 moles sodium iodide. I want the moles of lead-2 iodide. How many moles of lead-2 iodide do I have in my equation? 1. Yeah, if there's nothing written, if there's no coefficient in front of it, we treat it as a 1, right? So I have 1 mole lead-2 iodide. 5 times 1 is still 5, and I divide my 5 by 2. What do I get? What's half of 5? 2.5, right? 2.5 moles lead-2 iodide. Now, do I need to do step 5? Do I need to convert my moles into something else? No. My question only asked me for moles. So, that means now I'm ready to round. How many sig figs did I start my question with? 1. How many sig figs can my final answer have? 1. Is the 5 big enough to push my 2 to a 3? So my final answer is 3 moles lead-2 iodide. That is my final answer. Just remember, all the way back from Unit 1, my answer cannot be more precise than how my question started. That was the big hang-up for a lot of people all the way back in August. Is there any other question from the homework that we'd like to walk through? Because I will tell you, on the quiz that you will take next class, some questions you'll just go from mole to mole. Other questions you're going to go from volumes to particles, or particles to grams, or grams to grams, or grams to moles. If you walk through those 5 steps, there's nothing I can throw at you that's going to throw you off your game. So I'll ask again, is there any question from the homework we want to go back and revisit? Nothing. 7. I'm into it. All right, because this is bleeding over. So with 7, aluminum metal is finely grounded iodide react to produce aluminum iodide according to the following unbalanced chemical equation. Al plus I2 equals AlI3. So we have two elements that we have to worry about for our balancing purposes. I see iodine is my biggest difference. I have 2 on my reactant side, 3 on my product side. Now, no matter what I do, 2 never goes into 3, and 3 doesn't go into 2 evenly. So I need to find a number that they share. What's the number that 2 and 3 share? 6. How do I get 6 on my product side? What coefficient will I put here? 2. I want 6 on my reactant side. What coefficient am I going to put in front of iodine gas? 3. I now have 2 aluminums on my product side and 1 on my reactant side. How do I fix that? Put a 2 in front of it. 2 times 1 becomes 2. So that's my balanced equation. I am told I have 35.0 grams of aluminum. I need to figure out how many grams of my finely grounded iodine. I need to find the mass for that, and we know mass, the scientific unit for that, is grams. I2. Step 1, step 2. Now, I have to do step 3 because my materials in grams, I need it in moles to put it into my mole, put it to my mole ratio, right? So 35.0 grams aluminum to get 1 mole aluminum. What is the molar mass of aluminum? Your periodic table will tell you guys. 26.98 grams aluminum weighs out 1 mole. 35.0 times 1 is still going to be 35.0. So my real question is 35.0 divided by 26.98. It's going to give you this really lengthy number. 1.297 moles aluminum. I just ran out of space. That's why I wrote it underneath it. So, now that I have my moles of aluminum, I'm ready to do my mole ratio. Multiplied by my mole ratio. Blah, 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 blah. So, 1.297 moles aluminum. Looking at my reaction, how many moles of aluminum are in my balanced reaction? 2. 2 moles aluminum. What am I looking for? Am I looking for iodine, the iodine or the aluminum iodine? Just looking for iodine, right? What tells me right here, right? How many moles of iodine do I have? 3. So I take my handy-dandy calculator. I multiply my 1.297 times 3. I then divide that by 2. Gives me 1.9455 moles aluminum. I'm not done, am I? I got to convert my moles of aluminum, my moles of iodine into grams of iodine. Step 5. 1.9455 moles iodine. What's the molar mass of I2? Because remember, iodine is one of my diatomic elements. I don't find it by itself. So I have to account for both of them being there. What was it? It was... If I look at my periodic table, I'm going to see a weight of 126.90 grams iodine. So I take my number, multiply that by 2 times 126.90. Gives me a unrounded answer of 493.7679 grams iodine 2. Is that my final answer, though? How many sig figs did my question start with? 3. How many sig figs did my final answer have? 3. 1, 2, 3. Is the 7 big enough to push my 3 to a 4? My final answer is 494 grams iodine.
Just real quick, could I get a Band-Aid?
Sure. There you go. Now, what I want you guys to do is that today is just more practice. That's all we're doing today for the rest of the time. I'd like everyone to come over here and grab the stoichiometry worksheet number 2. Everybody just needs one copy. Go ahead and grab that.
No, but I think I'll get back to that. Oh wait, I'm not taking this. School packet.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is that there are 7 questions on this. So this is going to be homework as well. You're going to do, again, questions 1 through 7. Now, that's just front and back the first page. If you'd like, and you are feeling antsy, or you decide that you're not going to do it on the first day, you're going to get the makeup work or extra practice. Now, keep in mind that on the back here, as I do not tell you, is your equation balanced or not. You're going to have to balance the equation. Walk through your 5 steps. Remember your 5 steps. My stoichiometry rules. I always spell stoichiometry wrong. Five steps. We put them in our head. It's going to be so much easier. First step, balance the equation. Step 2, identify given substance and what is your desired substance. Step 3. Convert given substance to moles. If already moles, skip. Step 4. Multiply given moles by mole ratio. Hint, they are the coefficients. Sorry, I ran out of space there. Step 5. Convert desired moles to desired scientific unit. If question wants moles, skip. These 5 steps is all you need to do. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I took the whole thing with me. There we go. Check to make sure your equation is balanced. Identify what you are given. Identify what you want. Convert the given substance to moles. If it's already in moles, you could skip this step. Multiply given moles by the mole ratio. Hint, that's your coefficients. Lastly, convert desired moles to desired scientific unit. If question only wants moles, we can skip that part too. Three and 5 are skippable depending on what the question's asking. Let us look at question 1 together on the classwork/homework. There. So we can see a little better. Ma'am. Yeah, it should be fine. So formula. Zinc plus hydrochloric acid yields zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Does my equation look balanced for number 1?
No.
It doesn't?
No, it does.
It should. Yeah. 1 zinc, 1 zinc. 2 times 1 chlorine gives me 2 chlorines. 2 chlorines over here. 2 times 1 hydrogen gives me 2. I have 2 hydrogens on the other side. My equation looks fairly balanced just by eyeballing it. If need be, I could sit there, rewrite the equation. Zinc plus 2HCl yields zinc chloride plus H2. And I could check for each element that everything's balanced. 1 and 1. 2 times 1 gives me 2. There's 2 over here. 2 times 1 gives me 2. There's 2 over here. I'm balanced. I'm all good. My first step is a success, as a rounding success. What volume of hydrogen, an STP, is produced when 2.5 grams zinc reacts with excess hydrochloric acid? So I'm given I have 2.5 grams zinc. What do I want? What's my unit for volume? Liters. I want liters of HCl. Remember, STP, that's my standard temperature and pressure. Is my given amount already in moles? No. I got to convert to moles, right? 2.5 grams zinc with my fraction, my quality fraction. It's going to be 1 mole zinc. What's the molar mass of zinc? 55.38. Well, was it? 65. I apologize. We all agree with that value? Yes? Perfect. So if I solve for moles, 2.5 times 1 is going to be 2.5 divided by 65.38. It's going to give me 0.0382 moles zinc. So that's what we're starting off with, right? Now I'm going to take my given moles and we'll multiply that by the ratio. Oh, he's not here today. He's not in my class. Oh my goodness gracious. So step 4, 0.0382 moles zinc. So, how many moles of zinc do I have? 1. There's be a 1 in front of that. So, 1 mole zinc. And I want, what do I want? Do I want hydrochloric acid? Do I want zinc chloride? Do I want hydrogen gas? So how do you go? Oh, I'm an idiot. Yep, I do want hydrogen gas. I'm an idiot. Don't know why I put hydrochloric acid there. How many moles of hydrogen gas do I have? How many moles? 1, right? I have 1 mole. H2. So that means if I multiply something by 1, it's whatever I start off with, right? So that means now I have 0.0382 moles H2. Do I want moles or do I want something else? I want liters. So I can't skip step 5. I have to convert 0.0382 moles H2 to liters at STP. So that's 1 mole H2. How many liters of hydrogen gas can I fit into 1 mole? 2.4 liters H2. I'll take my answer, multiply that by 2.4, and I'm going to get I need 0.85653. I'm going to stop writing because my calculator keeps going. Liters H2 at STP. Is that my final answer, though?
No.
No. How many sig figs does my final answer have? 2. Does a 0 count as a sig fig?
No.
No. 1, 2. Is a 6 big enough to push my 5 to a 6? Yes. 0.86 liters H2 at STP. That is my final answer. If I had my chart with me, I start off with mass. I converted my mass zinc into moles. I then took my given moles and multiplied that against the mole ratio, which in turn gave me my desired moles. I then had one more step where I'd convert my moles to volume. 22.4 liters over 1 mole. Every time that I multiplied against the quality fraction, whatever I started off with always ended in my denominator. Whatever I wanted was always in my numerator. Just back and forth, back and forth. I cannot stress this enough. Yeah, you just I cannot stress this enough. If you walk in with that table, life's going to make your life is going to be real easy for you on Friday. Before we get to the quiz, we're going to go over we'll go over the homework. I will hand you the study guide that you're going to use to get yourself ready for the unit test, because like I said, this is a very short unit. We're in, we're out, we're done. But what's going to make or break you is this graphic organizer. Now, what I'm going to do is you weren't here for this. You didn't write this down, one reason or another. You want to come up here, I'll let you take your phone out, take a picture of that graphic organizer. Keep in mind that on the quiz, you can't just pull out your piece of paper, write that down real fast. You got to have that bouncing around your head. Once you get the test, there's nothing stopping you from writing out your graphic organizer. Make life easier for yourself. Do questions 2 through 7 tonight. Bring them with you next class. We'll review it. I'll hand you the review. We'll spend 30 minutes doing a quiz. Bing, bam, boom, you're done.